So that is how I will do it. Okay. Uh, I'm not able to operate a Zoom and PPT at the same time. I think there's some setting issue. Are you able to see my screen in a full window, or is it not complete?
Yes, it is visible, sir.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Yeah, but it's not on the full window. Yeah, it's
So when I switch the screen on the full window, it doesn't allows me basically to operate your chat window
oh, okay,
also. Yeah,
okay, okay.
that's what it is happening. I'll just try again. We can go ahead. Okay. So let us keep it interactive. And what do you think? What all are the critical assets in security, or you can say cybersecurity? When I say about critical assets, let's say I'll give you example of, okay, you can say is desktops or laptops. So like that, what do you think? What are the critical assets? When we go to digital forensics, okay, Rohan says credentials. Yeah, that's a correct thing. Some more answers. What all are the critical assets basically when we say, okay, we are doing digital forensics? So first of all, we'll say we'll do forensics on some assets if there is any incident. So one is credentials. That is what you're saying. Anyone else wants to answer? Also, the confidential information. Okay. Yeah. So any information which is tagged under the confidential tag, so is also the critical assets. All right. So there are many critical assets, but today we'll specifically talk about some of them. Okay. All right. So when we say we'll talk today about this much, this list, and then there's much basically to share, but today with whatever time we have, we'll cover this part. So basically there are computers, mobile phones, smart devices, applications, yeah, cloud. Okay, Neha says software. Uh, colleague says the secure to secure the devices also. Okay, you mean device. So when you say there is any type of attack and you as a forensic investigator want to investigate, you need to specify what is that asset. So you just cannot say, okay, I want to investigate a computer or I'll be investigating a mobile phone. So in computer, you have to basically bifurcate that. So let's say you're using a laptop or a desktop, or you're using specifically, if I say I'm using a laptop, is it a Windows laptop? Is it a Linux laptop or a Mac OS laptop or anything else basically rather than that? Okay. Also, when you say about laptop, nowadays laptops are coming with SSDs and HDDs and now M2 storages also. So the methodology which we are using for storing these devices or basically conducting forensic on these devices maybe might different from the methodology used on the hard drive. So this is how basically it works when you say, so you cannot generalize the term computers. Then we talk about mobile phones. So obviously two type of platforms are ruling the world. One is Android and another is iOS. So you can say, okay, we are doing Android forensics, or there's a case where we need to do iOS forensics. Well, when we say about or talk about Android forensics, again we have to be specific. The reason is now in Android, it is not only pure Android, which is nowadays only comes with I think Google Pixel, or there may be some any other brand which is having collaboration with Google. Okay. The other brands, when you say, what is the operating system? So you'll say, okay, I have a Android 12 mobile phone. and with the with a Oppo like brand or with a OnePlus like brand, and the two devices are not same. The reason is at the operating system level, Oppo will say I have a color operating system, and the OnePlus will say I have a Oxygen OS. Then if it is a Vivo, it will say I have Fun Touch OS, and so on. So when you say about mobile forensics, we have to see the tweaks also. Also with the build number and the security patch level, the vulnerabilities for that specific phone are different, which are obviously mentioned in the CV database. So when it comes to iPhone, okay, so you can obviously say, okay, I'm using an iPhone 15, or I'm using what iPhone 14 Pro or 14 Pro Max with a specific iOS version. And if that two iOS versions obviously are same, then we can somewhat say that the device is same. But in the case of Android, it is not like that. So when we say okay forensics, we have to go into the depth of the things. Then we can say about smart devices like smart refrigerators, IoT type of devices. Now everything is connected to internet, like we can say internet connected vehicles. That is automotive. We can say cars. Then applications which you use in the day-to-day life for may it be web application, mobile application, desktop applications, applications running on internet, applications running on the local network, that is intranet, and so on. Then also comes about cloud forensics. So what is cloud? So forensic obviously can be performed on cloud, and yeah, so like there are a lot of audits which we have done for cloud forensics. We cannot share the report here, obviously. It's and I'll give some of the incidents examples which we have done with cloud forensics. So nowadays, all the systems, all the companies, they say, okay, we are shifting to cloud because of certain business requirements. But then there are possibilities of attacks, or there are not only attacks also on the cloud. So there also cloud forensics comes into picture. So IoT things are there. So there are many things on which forensics can be conducted on. So let us talk about this specific list. So when we talk about mobile, so let's take an example on mobile forensics, and we can talk about mobile spyware, and how you can detect while you do a forensic. So if this session would be offline, like we demonstrate how a mobile phone is spied, injected with a malware, and then how you can identify it. But in online, it's not completely possible. So I'm putting some screenshots and slides here. So there are many ways basically. First of all, you can inject a mobile phone through unknown source. So if there is any application, which is, let's say I'll give say you will get a Paytm application completely free of cost, and where you'll get 500 rupees in your Paytm wallet. And okay, so you can I'll share it to you via Bluetooth or via mobile app sharing apps or some link. And if you turn on the unknown source and install it, and what if there is something binded with that application? So we need to understand that. So that is one of the way how this works. Secondly is by enabling the USB debugging mode, and this is type of attack which we call as juice jacking as well. So when you say about juice jacking, so you don't know what is at the other side of the wall or what that cable is working like. So you can actually go on the Hack5 websites and see such type of OMG cables are available. And if you follow the YouTube channel of David Bombal, you can see some demonstrations of the OMG cable as well. So this is how basically it works. Uh, Third aspect of it is even if you don't download something from unknown source and download something from Google Play Store as well. which later on is in the light that this is not secure. I'll just give you an example which has happened in the past. There were two mobile applications which were on Google Play Store. One, the name of one was Battery Booster Master, and the another was Wallpaper HD Plus. And these two applications, after 10,000 downloads of each, one of the researcher of McAfee, which is the antivirus company, they reported it and they said, okay, these applications are malicious, and you can Google about this mobile ransomware, which is called as Leaker Locker. And this Leaker Locker, what it did is it locked your mobile screen, and it asked you for your data. For example, it said, the message was very clear. All your photos, your videos, your we can say your chat history and everything is uploaded on your our secure cloud. And if you don't pay $50 within 72 hours, your data will be shared to your email contact list. Okay. So this is how basically it works. And so there are two options, either to format the phone or to pay that whatever money it is. So ransomware, when we talk about it, is not only about computers or system or enterprise problem statement, it is also about individuals. So this is how it works. And then Play Store banned those applications. But what about those 10,000 users which were using these applications? So there are many ways basically how these things work. Then we say about root access. So Android phone can be rooted and spied. Then we can say via third party links. And then when we talk about iPhone, obviously iPhone can be also spied. And when iPhone is spied, your iPhone may not always need a jailbreak. Also, that iPhone can be spied with third-party, we can say iCloud APIs, which are present. If your two-factor authentication is turned off, then only it is possible. The other attacks are through network. So today is not a detailed topic of that, where I'll not touch in that much. So I have a question to you, all of you. When we are talking about mobile spyware or mobile infection, malicious infection, what do you think? Which device is more safe? Um, iPhone or Android? Or I'll put the another way. Which operating system is more safe? iOS or Android? What do you think? Okay, Abhinav says iPhone. Okay, absolutely right. Go ahead. iOS. Mariam says. Rohan says both are vulnerable and it's a question mark. Okay. Yeah, you can put your views, Rohan. That's Neha says iPhone. Colleague says iOS. Any more answers? Anyone of the opinion that okay, Android is more safe? Okay, so there is no difference of opinion. Okay, Rohit says iPhone is designed under security in mind. Rowan says there can be loopholes in both of them. Okay, so now thank you very much for all your answers. Let's keep the session interactive like this only. Well, now let's come to a case study where it's a public case study, and all of you know about this case and or this malicious attack or spyware, sophisticated spyware is called as Pegasus. And so, have you heard about this world famous attack called as Pegasus? Just yes, no. Any of you? All right. Yeah. Yes. So obviously, so Pegasus was a malicious thing or a spyware which is developed by the NSO group in Israel. And when we say about Pegasus, so there were again, I've spoken with the media a lot about this, and today I'll only cover the technical part. I don't want to go into who developed it or who used it against whom and all. Um, but today, we'll see there were two type of operating systems which were attacked. One was Android and one was iOS. After this attack, Amnesty International conducted a detailed technical analysis report. So I'll now stop sharing the screen and obviously I will show uh, some this report on the screen. That's what is happening when I'm doing this full screen. I'm not able to operate the Zoom. So what I'll do is now I will share the screen and all right, I think can you can see this. So Amnesty International, you can just search about forensic methodology report Pegasus forensic traces as per target. And this is around 83 to 90 pages report where you can see specific targets phone they have taken and they have basically investigated. And here I will give you the answer of which device is more safe. So I'll just control F and L. Okay. So it says attack related push notifications over iMessage. So in this attack, it was just a simple iMessage which you don't have to click or do anything, and your phone was compromised. Where in some Android devices, it was a single click attack. So here, in the when it comes to iOS, it was a zero click attack, and the phone was completely compromised. And in the case of Android, it was obviously a single click attack. If you have more interest into the, just Google about for forensic methodology report for Pegasus by Amnesty International, and obviously you can get the copy of this online and read about this more and more. So my point is here, I'm not saying okay, some device is more safe and some the another device is not safe. Here it depends on totally the level of vulnerability currently present into the device. So while we are discussing something, there may be some security patch which is coming in. There may be some security updates which are coming in. So never ignore that security updates. Keep doing that or security updates as well. So my point here is another point is what happened? How did they detect all this? So Amnesty International also developed a tool which is called. So I'll now not do a full screen because it is again not easy to then control the zoom. Sorry for that. I don't know what is the settings issue. So I'll tell you the name of the tool also. So let us have some facts about this Pegasus thing. So Pegasus basically it was hosted on some of the cloud environments, and these are the countries, list of countries where it was hosted. So in Germany there were 212 servers, in UK there were 79, Switzerland there were 36, France there were 35, India there were 3, and this is the list. So, and this data and who are the cloud service providers like DigitalOcean, Amazon, UpCloud, and more. So here, this data source are from this Amnesty International a complete report, and this you can read this book basically, Pegasus: The Story of the World's Most Dangerous Spyware. From Amazon, you can get it. And what is the solution approach to it? When I say, okay, this things were hosted on the cloud, data was fetched, and there were minimum traces. So when I say minimum traces, there were anti-forensic techniques which were used. And we there was a tool which was released, which is named as MVT, Mobile Verification Toolkit, for detecting this highly sophisticated malware called as Pegasus. And MVT, you can just Google, you'll get the repo on Git, and obviously you can scan your phone, maybe Android, maybe iPhone, and get the results about it. So I will request you all, if you uh, have time, just go and do a practical of it. Like in offline sessions, obviously we do that, but in online you can obviously try it with the time constraint. Then paid antivirus is obviously something which we suggest. Not I know like no antivirus will have 100% detection rate, but obviously it can minimize your risk. Well, in Android you can use APK analyzer. And APK analyzer, let's say I just gave you example the prior to talking about the subject about the Paytm fake application. So even if the application looks like Paytm, the package name will be different. So I will share you the even if I share you some application via unknown link and you use APK analyzer, you will not just see the application name, but also the package name. Okay, you can run a detailed and a malware analysis on your phones. Google Play Protect should be turned on. I'll say notification badges also should be turned off, which are highly sensitive. So when I say about this, so we give a mobile live mobile spying demonstration in which even your WhatsApp chats are we can say fetched. And when we say about your WhatsApp chats are fetched, how they are fetched, so whatever you get notification, so it is the spy application is having permission to read your notifications. And once they read the notifications, obviously they are able to fetch it into a panel and show you. So I'm not saying WhatsApp is not secure, or I'm not saying it is. It says it's one end-to-end encrypted. It's not a false thing, but this is your device vulnerability which is exploited, and your WhatsApp messages are read, not your WhatsApp vulnerability. Okay, so let's come to we can say like whenever we are using, or we can say worked with these cyber cells or cyber crime investigation teams. So we have divided cyber crime into four major categories, and that are need, greed, lust, and threat. So any type of a victim goes through this four major categories, and there are many subcategories as well. So let's talk about loan app scams. So we all are aware about loan app scams, and that this news is into the like we can say media from a long time. Where one of the I'll share you one of the case study which is public. So one of this guy, he required a loan, and in this while this loan he applied, he searched on Google about instant loan apps, and he got a first link. He clicked on that. Once he clicked on that link, he was prompted to download an application, that is a APK, and he downloaded a APK. Just a minute, guys. So sorry. Yeah, I just have to mute for a minute. So sorry. So basically, this guy, he installed that application from that prompt, and he received this loan of like very minimal amount, that is rupees 5,000. And when he received this loan of 5,000, he was supposed to repay that, and whatever the loan cycle was, he repaid it completely with the principal, interest, and whatever. Now he got like calls, or we can say threats via messages and calls, that pay more and more money, so that basically your loan is not clear. So you have to pay more 2,000, more 3,000. He said, no, I have completed my installments. I won't pay them. So this guy, this victim, he received a photograph of his own, which was in his phone and not shared with anyone over social media, or even closed, or we can say open social media channels. He was surprised that how this private photo got leaked, or to this people who have given me loan. Now, after some time, he got a threat saying that if you don't pay more, this photo will go to your family members, to your friends, and everyone. Then how do you have their contacts? They said that's not a question. And then after like few days, some of the photos were leaked to the family members, or to the friend circles, and to the contact list. That photo basically was a nude photo and all, and some photos were really morphed and not of his. But in this embarrassment, this guy committed suicide. And this case is not only from one of the city. There are many like cities where such type of things are happening. So you can Google about loan app scams. Point here is, how did these fraudsters manage to get the data? So when they installed the loan app, it asked for all the permissions, and it was not from Google Play Store. It may be contacts, photos, videos, and everything. So here is where the forensic aspect comes of mobile application reversing, and you can obviously reverse. So when a person is in need, obviously a person goes and takes an impulsive decision of clicking on anything, installing it, or clicking on anything, and in filling the information, which may be a part of his really personal or private information, but in the this thing need thing, he or she basically they fill it and do it completely. Similarly about job scams. So there are many case studies which we can discuss. Let's talk about greed. So greed is another category where there are lottery scams. You get message, I've won a lottery. The crypto investment scams, free gift scams. I'll share you one case study and one of the crypto investment report which we worked on with a victim. And this crypto investment, you get added to a Telegram channel automatically, or a Telegram chat group automatically, or a WhatsApp group, and someone messages, okay, hi, do you want to invest in some scheme where you can get your money doubled? So this is how it works. So we like investigated one of the case where I can share you the case study. There was a website, MAYI188.com, and I'll share my screen again with the report. If someone wants this report, you guys can ping me on LinkedIn. I'll be happy to share that. So I hope my screen is visible for of this report. Just let me know. I've shifted my window.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, thank you, sir. So see, this is MAYI188.com. So we did the basic who is of this website, which promised this person to give the double money, or basically, so this guy, he invested 17 lakh worth Binance uh, on on this website, and after a few days he logged in and he got to know that this money, basically 17 lakhs, is now worth of 50 lakhs, 50. And now he was not on the official Binance side, but he has transferred his crypto through this site. And as the values basically were controlled from this site's owner and not from the Binance. So he said, okay, let's withdraw it. And when we went to withdraw, he saw the message that you have to pay 30% of the tax, okay, um, for withdrawing this money. So 30 percent of some around 50 lakhs, whatever the amount is, to pay again. So he said, okay, let's wait. And then after 2 to 3 days, again, he logged in. He took some suggestions and all. So at that time, the value which was on the panel shown, it was 1.50. So like 1 crore 50 lakhs. Hmm. And then he was like very much tempted and ready to withdraw that. And then this type of scams really happen. So whatever the amount he has invested around 17 lakhs previously, and now 30% of 1 crore 50 lakh rupees invested, and then he was getting responses like he was getting receipts and more things, but again he was prompted to pay more and more under the name of this processing fee and all. So we did some domain analysis, and we got some report. And here, if we see, like, okay, just a minute. If we see, there are 27 changes with this 27 unique IPs, which we scanned, let's say, via basic tool. Okay. As Santhya told me that like, you guys are from first and second year students. So, like, I'm just sharing you the basic open source tools only. I'm not going into in-depth much tools. So on virustotal.com, like some of the antiviruses scanned, like flagged them as malicious as well. And then we got some information like from scam detector and other domain service providers or OS providers as well. Then we saw the basic of this, like let's say some reviews on YouTube, some comments on YouTube, and then this ID was Anna588M. On telemeter.io, we got the information about it that this same ID basically was used in some another fraud also. Same type of groups were found, like which are doing same, we can say, frauds. And this application, if you can see my career, my trading application, which was an Android application, and we reversed it using some techniques like you can use JDGUI and many things. Okay, and when we reversed it, what we got to know is it was using a sexual library basically, which is an SDK specifically, and it was a malicious application completely. And this is how the resulting reversing result looks like. So any type of loan app frauds or crypto frauds or any type of electricity fraud, so the application you can reverse it and see the data from it. So if you don't get anything from who is, you can get. So here also we got some uh, data where the data was pointing toward the Alibaba servers, obviously some Chinese hosting servers. And we also did use a IP logger from Google Play Store and said, okay, we tried basically to converse with them, saying, is this the same terms? So, like, they have sent a terms and condition sheet, and we just uploaded the screenshot to Google Photos and then created a shortened link. So on the link, the fraudsters clicked on it, and we got a IP which was based out of Hong Kong, and it was not a proxy IP. So if you see anonymous proxy or is proxy, so it is saying no. So this is how basically we investigated this. There are many aspects of any type of investigation. This is one of them. I'll share my presentation screen again. And in the greed category, in lust category, obviously, watching porn websites, and there are third-party things which are downloaded from it using sexting type of things, doing all sextortion, where nude calls are basically like initiated, and then you are blackmailed, and then cyber extortion or sextortion is done, where money is extorted from you. Then comes threat like electricity scam, ATM blocking, or email blackmailing emails you get. So when you say about threat, so electricity scam is very famous where you get a message stating your electricity bill is not paid. Just download this application and pay it. So once you again download this application, you get we can say victimized to all this. So these are the major categories: need, greed, lust, and threat. That is what we have categorized under. And you can use many tools basically to reverse the application. So today we talked in detail about some iOS and Android vulnerabilities and the mobile application investigation as well. We recently released day before yesterday, like on 26th January, cybercrime investigation manual where we have given the detailed steps about it also. So now I'll come to the conclusion of this slide. So what are the initiatives where you can participate into? I'll say this transformation journey is not only to limited to digital India, but obviously from digital India to digital secure India. And now digital personal data protection bill is there. So hackathons are conducted. Cyber Swachhata Kendra is there. Online cybercrime portal, which is cybercrime.gov.in, where you can go and register yourself as a cyber volunteer as well. So Cyber Jagrutta Divas is one of the thing which government is doing to create awareness, and it's compulsory. I4C centers are there, and National Critical Information Infrastructure Protection Center is there, where you can upload the details of vulnerabilities as per the guidelines given by them. So I will say here, as a responsible citizen of the country, you should be responsible netizen too, and you should use things responsibly, use technology responsibly. And now I'm open for questions if you have any, all this presentation. These are my details. If you want to connect to me or LinkedIn, you can, or you can drop me a mail as well. And these are community where you can connect to our community as well. Okay. Any questions if you have, I'm here, happy to answer. Yeah. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes. For
Yes,
the
yes.
participants, I've opened up the unmute feature.
Unmute option. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
go ahead and ask any question that you have to make research.
Okay, okay. Okay, any participants, you can unmute or put your questions on the chat. Any questions about the Pegasus report or the Amnesty International? Best resource to learn digital forensics in depth. So, okay, Khalik, I will suggest you that if you want to start like as a fresher, you can solve the lab on TryHackMe, which is named as Introduction to Digital Forensics. And then there are a lot of CTF challenges which are there online, and you can go and participate in this CTF challenges also. We also run our own community portal on nas.io/cybersecure India, where we cover the basics of cybersecurity and digital forensics also. So you have to start in depth. Also, SANS is also one of the website where you can go and like have certifications and different type of information about open source tools and so on. Yeah, so correct. The Basili team has posted about this forensics, sorry, Try Me lab. Thank you very much for that. It's free, of course. You can go and start learning. Also, you can solve CTF challenges. So, Belkasoft also conducts a lot of CTF challenges in forensics. You can do that as well. Yeah. Any other question? Yeah, thank you, colleague. You can also, like after learning, join as a cyber volunteer on Ministry of Home Affairs website, that is cybercrime.gov.in. Yeah, we conduct CTFs and we also conduct basically, we can say different type of challenges. Recently, we conducted in our offline conference, which happened on 26th of Jan. So we did it offline and we announced some winners also there. And also at our end of the 3 months training and internship, there's a type of a machine pawning which we give to the students. Okay, how do you identify Neha's Pegasus attacks in photo read on the details? I did not got your the second point info to read on this in detail. Okay. So MVT, that is a mobile verification toolkit, is a toolkit where you can just get it from GitHub if possible. Just a minute. I will share this link of MVT and so you can use this MVT project and detect if your phone is infected with Pegasus or not. All right. Anything else if you want to ask? This is my LinkedIn URL. If you guys want to connect with me on LinkedIn, basically you can. After the session, also, if you have any questions, you can ping me on LinkedIn. There I'm more active or email me. All right. So I think that's it. Questions you were having. So okay, okay. Neha is having one more question. Where do we approach as a victim if we have attacked? Okay, okay. If you are a victim of any attack, if you're from India, you can attack on our National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, that is cybercrime.gov.in. I'll put it into the chat. So before even going to the police station, go on and register on this because this like this URL or portal has the ability to send all the data to the nodal officers about the fraudulent transaction and stop it instantly and block that money. Wherein if you go to the police station, the offline process will take a lot of time. And this, if this you do it in 4 hours of time after the attack, they are called as golden hours. Okay, so there's a high possibility of your money getting back. A lot of victims have got back their money. Rohit is asking, is the internship application open? You can join us on nas.io uh, slash cybersecurity India and the you can join the upcoming internship batch where it will be like starting approximately by the second week of March. Now the current batch is already ongoing. But if you register on this portal, you'll get updates online. Okay, yeah. All right, so we can stop here. And if you have any further questions, you can connect me over LinkedIn or email me those questions. I once again thanks Basil and the team and Santhia also for this wonderful opportunity of sharing knowledge. So this is what I could share in a shorter period of time. So hope to meet you guys again and share more and more things. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir, for your time. And I guess today was a very well put up session by you and on the basic level of forensics, wherein everyone who didn't have any idea about forensics, it was just a privilege to have this. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Huh? Thank you very much.
Thank you. I guess Tejasvi, if you are there, you can share the quiz link, and the participants can attempt the quiz. Yeah.
Yes, yes. The link has been shared.
Okay.
Sir, can I leave this call?
Yes, sir. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
thank you very much. Let's build a digital secured India together. Thank you.
Yes.